fence. I can't see any chats right now, so I apologise for that too. I don't know how to get a decent view through this fence. So we've got the fire department just showed up as well. I wonder if they're going to give it a water cannon. That'd be fun. Which one is going up? Sounds like it's the third engine. The tail engine just lighting up now. And now the turbines are spinning as soon as they pump the fuel into the lines. We should see some smoke out of there. The APU is working at full revs to try and get the airflow to that third engine. In the foreground, that's what it brought in yesterday morning. Is that all that airport equipment from the Air Force? I believe it came from Milden Hall, and they flew to Bognor in Maine, and then they did this last little bit now. So far we've just got the APU and the tail engine running right now. As soon as it starts to move, I'm going to stand away from the fence and try to zoom through it. We'll see how that works. And we'll follow it to the end of the runway and watch it take off. And there is a couple of fire engines there. They're either just going to watch it, or maybe they'll give it a water cannon. That's what I'm really hoping for. Trying as best I can to get between the wire and the fence. When I do the shorts, it's a lot easier. Stand back and zoom out through the fence, I hope. Partly because I don't want to get shot blasted when it turns around in front of me. But it may taxi just on that one engine, the tail engine. Nope, they're starting up the right-hand engine right now. Full metal, if you are on, I can't see in the chat right now, but if you're on, they are still taking off south, so you should see this go past your place. So I'm on my phone, that's why it's up this way. And there goes engine number 3. The left-hand engine. That is an awesome noise. this thing is kicking up a whole load of dust, so as it taxis facing straight away from me, I'm going to have to put my head down and crouch. So if I lose the picture briefly, it will be back as soon as it's passed, but I just need to get out of the dust stream. Let me see if you can see that from where we are. Finger. I got the wrong hand. There we go. That smell is wonderful. Reminds me of my days at Heathrow, staying warm under the APU. If you can see it, there is a little hole on the side of the plane. That's for pressure equalization. Once it hits the ground level, they open that and it equalizes the pressure. Once they start to taxi, which it is about to now, they just closed it. I'm not sure if you can see that from here. That was perfect timing though. Got a hand sticking out of the cockpit there. Trying to say something to the ground crew. Can't get it to zoom in any better, I'm afraid. Crank that window shut. You know what? This is better than doing it on the earlier live stream, because now you get to see all of this that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. It would have been a quick 1 minute taxi and takeoff. Got the shakes here a little bit because my knuckles are resting on the wire fence. It must be hitting a nerve. Try and get a little bit away from it. There we go. they needed that little plane out of the way, because as they turned the corner, the jet wash may have done something with that. I'm guessing it's because it's so close. They were probably worried it was going to push that little plane around. Again, I can't see any chat, sorry. All I've got is the video on a very small screen. I'm not even sure if you can hear me or not. I hope you can. This is very much a last minute pop-up. As I pulled into this dirt lot, the pilot was doing the walk around and he said about half an hour, so great. Finally, after 28 hours, we get to see it lift off. You can see on the wings, the front flaps are on full extension. Now we just opened that little pressure relief hole again. We'll pretend that the wire fence is just a really neat border around the screen. How about that? That's what makes this plane so special, I guess, that extra engine on the tail. I did say earlier on the live stream that the Dassault Falcon wouldn't be the only tri-jet, so I guess we're right. They are very worried about the jet wash. They're getting everything moved out of the way All the equipment, vehicles, there's even a propeller plane that was parked right next to the building. They're getting that out of the way as well. Alright, I am going to step back and go down because I don't want to be the reason that they don't leave. I think what I'm going to do is duck behind my car. You guys could sit in the jet wash. I'll be behind my car. Can you see that dust cloud now? Look. Alright, I'm safely behind my car now. I'm going to have to have another shower now. I'm going to have to wipe off the lens real quick. Stand by. There you go. Alright, let's get my usual spot from here. That was awesome. Didn't get the water cannon salute that I thought they was ready for. That would have topped the day off. I think that's as best as I can zoom in by the look of it. Yeah. You can see that the guy there, he's kicking rocks out of the road that the jet wash pushed. I'm glad I went behind the car now. Uh, 17 left departure would have been nice, but I guess it's just a little bit too long of a, or too short of a runway. But I don't see anything coming in, and there's nothing lined up, so should be a turn and burn maybe. time to look out your window. Pretty steep climb too, he's doing well. Whew, all right, my screen is covered in dust right now. Well, here we are, we're at Stellar. It's kind of empty now without that thing there. You can see behind me, this is what it delivered, was all this stuff that's laying here. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Now I'm going to go have breakfast. I've had my coffee so far, but that's it. I was going to get something to eat now. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Now I've got to figure out how to turn this off. You might be coming home with me if I can't figure out how to turn it off. Oh, there we go. Ah, there's the chat too. That's all I had to do was close out the effects. Oh, family's here. And welcome back, Slow-Mo, Cranky, Peterbilt. Ed Zachary was here, family was here, Cranky came back. All right. Still can't figure out how to turn this off. I might just have to turn the phone off, I think. All right, thanks for joining me. See you next time. And I'll look for some lives, and I'm not sure if this is around the right way or not. Have fun, y'all.